Q, you put a little extra mustard on 2 dunks down the stretch there. What got into you there?
I just want to be aggressive attacking the rim. I know I had a play earlier in the game that I got the ball sucked out of my hands, and I just didn't want to make sure that didn't happen again.
For both of you guys, just can you walk us through what the mentality is? Obviously, you've been here before, down by a large sum in the second half, but does that feel different in Big East play?
Yeah, it feels a lot different just because, a conference ain't no joke. One slip up and that could cost you the game. We got to play hard every possession. We didn't come out ready to play. I didn't think so in the first half. And I feel like we had more motivation in the second half to get the game going.
Kind of going off of that, Q, not taking anything away from DePaul because they played really well out of the gates, but why do you think you guys were so kind of off? Was it their defense? Was it just the not having shots not fall?
I just feel like, that was one of those things where our mentality wasn't there yet. The game started, but we wasn't ready to play type of thing. I think DePaul had a great game plan. They was a great team. They played really well. But I feel like, personally, we just wasn't ready to play.
Sean, for you, it seemed like the battle in the paint with Marich was very competitive. How would you evaluate how yourself and maybe Tyreek as well did in that matchup?
Yeah, I'll do all 3 of us. I think he's a good player. He's more of a back-to-basket guy than we're really used to seeing. We haven't seen a ton of guys like that, especially in our schedule right now. But as Big East play goes, there's a lot of big guys in there. It was definitely a good battle, but I think with them double teaming off of our point guards, we kind of made some game time adjustments, and I think in the second half especially, we did a really good job of being strong, letting them double, and working out from there and really making the right reads, all 3 of us, I think.
Quentin, a guard question. What makes Max Strus so difficult to defend?
He's just an elite shooter. He's really good at, using ball fakes, shot fakes and, things like that. He has a pretty good, quick first step, but he's 6'6", and he can shoot over you, and that's what makes him hard to guard.
Sean, as someone that's been in the program for 4 years, you've been a part of a lot of Chris Mack, victories. Are you now aware that this was his true?
Yeah, I heard. I'm now aware. No, I saw someone on Twitter the other day. Someone tagged him or us in something. But no, it's cool. I'm happy for him. I think it's a mark of a great coach and an incredible program as well.
He doesn't like to talk about that stuff. Would you describe him as humble and modest in that way?
Yeah,
He likes to keep the focus on you guys.
Yeah. He probably knows the stat just because someone else told him. It's not anything that he's keeping track of. He doesn't really care about that stuff. He just wants to win the next game.
As long as we win, he's happy.
Quentin, you were down 16 and then came back and obviously won the game. What point was the turning point, do you think? Was there a certain play or a way you were playing collectively that changed the tides?
I just honestly got tired of losing. I just want to do whatever it took, just flip the switch and get the team going, whether that's a dunk, whether that's a steal, whether that's an assist. I just wanted to win.
I think all of our guards did a really good job taking care of the ball in the second half, and that was pretty much the game changer for us. That's what put us back over the edge.
For both you guys, I would ask JP, but he's not here. Just JP's play today. Obviously, it was huge. I don't know if you guys win that game without JP, how many big plays he made. Can you just kind of talk about, Q, we can start with you, on what his play was today and how big it was for you guys?
JP is a huge part of our program. He's a huge piece to the puzzle. And, without JP playing like JP, I don't feel like we're going to win this game. So I feel like JP played a really good game today.
He's one of those X factor guys. He always brings it every night. Offensively, we feel like, but it's his defensive energy, especially these last 2 games. He's taking charges. He's getting his hands on the ball. He's doing it all right now, and we need that energy from him every game, and especially when the Big East is here.
Q, you guys have had a couple of games here in the past few home games where you were down 22 points against East Tennessee. You're down 16 points today in the second half. Those are large deficits. Have you learned anything about your team, kind of having those deficits and coming back in both of those games?
We got a heart. We never gonna quit. I always believed this whole time, this whole game that we was gonna come back and win. We've been in that position before, and we know what to do. We knew what to do to get back right on track.
What a baton handoff we have going here. For both of you guys, because you saw DePaul 3 times last year, isn't that right? How different are they year over year? It seems to me, but I'm not out there, like they've improved a lot. Would you say that's the case? And how would you elaborate on that?
Absolutely. Q's seen them from last year, but even, I'd say from my freshman and sophomore year, they were really kind of a beat-down team. Granted, they did get us at their place my freshman year, but that's on us more than anything, I feel like. But they have really come together and kind of built an identity for their program, especially being in the Big East. It's a lot of good teams every night. And especially these past 2 years, they've really come together and established, they're going to fight every night. They're not just going to roll over and let it go. I think their former point guard, Billy Guerra, was a big part of that, getting their identity for them, especially last year. And then this year, I think Eli Kane's carried it over. Struce coming in, being a big presence for them is nice. That big fella's doing a good job. So they got some good players, and they've really become a more solid, a Big East caliber team, even though, their record may not show it.